show. This is the realest sports show. See, this is the realest sports show. See, this the realest sports show. And if you ain't have a clue, well, then now you know. Right here is where they discuss the hottest topics. If you think this show ain't the best, then you better stop it. From MLB runs to NFL X's and O's to the NBA's dribbles and shots and pick and rolls. Lulu, Mike, and Mark debating from their souls. No other three can match up toe to toe. The way they be dropping so much knowledge. What have you in your feelings wanting to get brolic? But I promise once they debates get started, it's going to be impossible for you to.
Hey, Mr. William Owens, welcome back. Welcome back to the show.
And stop playing. And by the end of the show, I bet that you'll be saying, just tune in now and stop playing. And I bet by the end of the show, you'll be saying, this is the.
All right, y'all know the deal, man. We about to kill this music for a second. We about to kill it everything for a minute. Welcome to the Realest Sports Show, everybody. I'm your host tonight, Mark, a.k.a. The Vet, live in the building, back again live for episode 25 of Season 6, y'all. Yeah, Season 6 has been going on for 25 episodes, y'all, 25. And we still in the building, and we still doing the best things we can do for the show, y'all, tonight. So I'm just going to jump right into it for y'all tonight. Just jump right into it a little bit, though. Before I get into other big major news about the show, I'm going to jump right into this breaking news that happened today with the Dallas Cowboys. As of right now, offensive coordinator Scott Linehan has parted ways with the Dallas Cowboys. So he's no longer a Dallas Cowboy offensive coordinator, as everybody should know. As a result from right now, I'm going to read you a statement. This was not an easy decision because of how highly we regard Scott Linehan as a football coach and as a person. Head coach Jason Garrett said in a statement. So what that means is that Dallas is trying to clean house a little bit. Dallas is trying to revamp their offense. Their offense looked a little shaky. So they're trying to do something different. They're trying to do in a different direction of what their offense is trying to do. Now, for me and my purposes, and what I'm thinking here is that basically you're trying to put all the offensive stuff on Jason Garrett. And I don't think that the bus ticket was left in his outbox. I believe the same thing too. I was going to say the same thing though, but in a different direction though. I think they're going to try to put the bus load on Jason Garrett to call the plays from now on. See what his offensive mind scheme is like. See what he can do. See how everything can move and function under Jason Garrett, since he's getting an extension possibly for another 2 to 3 years on his contract. Now, we don't know how many years he's going to get extended for, but I'm thinking that he's going to get extended for another 2 to 3 years and see what he can do with this team. Now, he's been on this team for over 5 seasons now. And just some other statements that's been made. He and I had some real positive, substantive, and open discussions which took place in a latter part of this week. And we ultimately agreed that it would be in the best interest of all parties involved if we were to make a change at this position. So, Scott has had an incredibly positive impact on our football team, Garrett added. He has been instrumental in development and his success of a significant number of our veteran and younger players. He is an outstanding football coach, a great friend, and we wish him and his family nothing but the absolute best moving forward. That's the statement from Jason Garrett as of today, as he put out about Scott Linehan. I want to hear from you Dallas Cowboy fans today. I want to hear what you guys think about Scott Linehan leaving your team, not being offensive coordinator. Now, I've heard from some Dallas Cowboy fans that this is a positive move. This is a great move from him being the offensive coordinator now that he's gone, and they wanted to get rid of him for a long period of time now. I don't know where he's going to land up at. A lot of teams need some offense coordinator position. Need an offense coordinator to go out there and help make plays. He's done a very good job up to this point with the Dallas Cowboys organization, and he has also done a very, very good job of getting them to the playoffs with moving this offense. The offense can move the ball. They can move the ball when they need to. They can run the ball when need to. So by you all getting rid of your offensive coordinator, you're putting the more bearing on the coach now. Because a lot of teams these days right now are actually moving forward for the head coach to call the plays in the playbook that he made. And they're actually moving forward to him actually doing a lot more things with not using the offensive coordinator position at all, period. So I see a lot of traditional teams nowadays actually moving to a new modern day system of no offensive coordinator, where the head coach is the offensive coordinator and the head coach of the team who calls the plays. So I guess I could say that, maybe they want to put this on Jason Garrett. Let's see if Jason Garrett can control this, to get a handle of this team and move forward with it. So let's see if we can give him a shot. Or they're going to go out there and find another offensive coordinator and bring him in, get him acquainted to the Dallas Cowboy organization, and let's see if we can move forward with that. So now that we got that breaking news out the way, now I can stop talking about these sick Dallas Cowboys and how they're going to go. The Cardinals interview Hugh Jackson for offensive coordinator position. Now, how would that look with Josh Rosen being their rookie quarterback for this team? I think Hugh Jackson is a very good coach. He's an okay coach. He's developed the mindset of being old school, plus a little bit of new school with his coaching abilities. But Hugh Jackson going to Arizona could be a good fit for him, being just an offensive coordinator, not a head coach. Not so great as a head coach, but an offensive coordinator maybe could fit him and suit him with a young quarterback at the round. And him and that Baker Mayfield connection just wasn't there for him. So let's see if it wasn't Baker Mayfield making the suggestion that he was a bad coach. And let's see if he could do something with the young Josh Rosen on the Arizona Cardinals, and this organization blossoms the way it used to be at. Now, I don't know how long Larry Fitzgerald has left in the league, or whether he's going to return next year. People, probably about 60% of people going to say he's going to return next year, and that'll be his last year as being the starting wide receiver for the Arizona Cardinals. Now, for me, I say Larry Fitzgerald come back to this team, and let's see if we can get this team a championship for next year. Let's see if we can move this team forward and get them some wins, because this season was terrible for them. It was just horrible season for the Arizona Cardinals. So they need to start from scratch again. Let's get some new blood on the team. Let's get some familiar faces on the team. You got DJ Swearinger back now from the Washington Redskins, which you claimed him off a waiver this season. Let's see if this team can move forward. Let's see if this team can actually go do something this year. Their defense can build up this year. Let's see if this offense can really move the ball again this year. And let's see if they can get on board. Now let's moving forward. Let's see what we can say here. Everybody knows this is a big weekend. This is a very big weekend here. And I want you all's opinion on this. I need you all's opinion on this. Very much so. You got the LA Rams versus the New Orleans Saints. You got the New England Patriots versus the Kansas City Chiefs this weekend on Sunday. Sunday football. Winner goes to the Super Bowl from either side. Two young quarterbacks can go to the Super Bowl after this Sunday is going by. Or we can have the same thing where it's Tom Brady and Drew Brees go make the Super Bowl highlight that we're all waiting to see. The battle of the retirement is in the play for this Super Bowl. Now, let me really play this out for you guys right now. Let me play the thought out to you guys here. Now, LA has Jared Goff and Kansas City has Patrick Mahomes, which is two dominating quarterbacks in the league right now. Also, with that being said, is Patrick Mahomes scoring getting 50 touchdown passes this year. Yet alone, Jared Goff and these LA Rams moving the ball high speed down the field. You got two quarterbacks here that are very, very great, very good, very dominant at their position right now. I would like to see two young quarterbacks go to the Super Bowl. But let me paint this picture for you guys about the battle of the retirement game here. Battle of retirement. Let me paint this picture for y'all. Drew Brees, Tom Brady. One is going for his 6th Super Bowl title this year. Last year was going for 6. Didn't get there. Got caught up by the Philadelphia Eagles, which gave them their first championship ever in franchise history. Then you got a seasonal vet who has won a championship, looking to retire a champion and go out on the grandest stage of them all at the Super Bowl 53. Can't get no bigger, can't get no better than to see one quarterback go out on top. Can Brady get that 6th ring? Or can Drew Brees get his championship trophy that he's wanting, the MVP that he's waiting for, and go out on a high note? Two quarterbacks playing at 40 years old. Let me paint that picture for you guys. Let me paint it real good for you guys. Or why I say LA and the Kansas City Chiefs might not be your year yet. Might not be. I'm looking for these two teams, these 4 teams right here to battle it all out in these games. I'm looking for a high score. I'm looking for a very low score game. And I'm looking at the games to be very low scoring. And why I say that is because the defenses are going to be so tight. The defense, Eric Berry coming back, cornerback for the Kansas City Chiefs is coming back in this game. And I'm looking forward to being low scoring because of the fact of the matter is that, like I said, defenses are going to be on point this game. They're going to be out there. They're going to be out there playing ball. They want to go to the Super Bowl. They want to go to Disneyland. They don't want to be in the Pro Bowl game. They want to be on the grandest stage of them all, which is the Super Bowl. Patrick Mahomes. Yes, you lost to Tom Brady in the regular season games, 43-40, which was a very high scoring game. 43-40, Brady took a 3-point victory. Battle of the revenge starts now. Then, if you look back, the only team that puts defense as a priority is New England. The other teams try to win scoring battles. I agree with that, too. I do agree with that. Scoring battles won't get you past New England because Tom Brady could suck the life out of a game. Okay? And everybody knows that Tom Brady can suck the life out of a game very, very quickly with his ball management skills that he possesses. He could take the clock down in the first quarter, and they can even score 1 touchdown. But second quarter, they can have the ball. That makes sense? Let me tell you. Tom Brady is a genius. Bill Belichick is a genius. These two mindsets are geniuses at what they do. That's why they have 5 Super Bowls underneath their belt, and that's why they are going for their 8th AFC championship game in the past 8 seasons. They have been in 8, people. Let's really talk about this, people. 8. Do you want to write in your papers? Do you want to see in the newspapers After Super Bowl 53 goes off, oh, Patrick Mahomes, a rookie, won the Super Bowl in his first year as starting quarterback for the Kansas City Chiefs? Or would you want to write about Jared Goff and these LA Rams, a young head coach? Because this is going to be the storyline. I'm going to tell you the storylines that's going to pop out here. Jared Goff, Sean McVay. Sean McVay wins his first Super Bowl as being the LA Rams' head coach. Jared Goff, young quarterback, gets his chance, wins the Super Bowl. Another Nick Foles story. That's cool. That's cool. That's cool. I go with that storyline. That's cool. Kansas City, Andy Reid wins his first championship game. Patrick Mahomes wins his first championship game. New Orleans has the best running game, therefore can slow the game down and keep Jared Goff off the field. I agree with that too. So, and I haven't even got to that part yet, but thank you for mentioning that, Mr. Williams. I appreciate that one. But let me picture this one for y'all too. Like I said, Patrick Mahomes, Andy Reid win their first Super Bowl championship together. Andy Reid's been hungry for a championship game. Hungry. Just to go back to the Super Bowl again. But with this time, a young quarterback, a young Thundercat out there that can score points. Maneuvering quarterback, just like Donovan McNabb was. A mobile quarterback, but can also throw out of the pocket. You see what I'm saying here, people? You get what I'm trying to say here, people? Do y'all get the picture here now? Or Tom Brady. Tom Brady. 6 Super Bowl titles. The GOAT of the NFL. Pay attention now, y'all. The GOAT of the NFL. The Michael Jordan of football. Because that's what everybody's going to consider him as. The GOAT. Go out on a high note. Win his 6th Super Bowl title and retires at the end of the season. Bill Belichick possibly going to retire at the end of this season once they make it past the team. Once Brady gets 6. Football geniuses. Now, New Orleans, on the other hand, Sean Payton, genius mindset, can also suck the life out of a game. Also can suck the life out of a game with Alvin Kamara and their offensive line, their run game, yet alone their passing game is a threat to any team. And we have seen that. But also we have seen a spiraling trend that they go downhill too as well. Can they keep up the same fight is the question. After this week, can they keep up the same fight? Now you get 2 weeks off. Because the AFC champion, because the Pro Bowl next week. So you get a week off. Then you get another week to practice. Get another week to practice. And go forward. Move on, do great, amazing things. I'm waiting to see these games on Sunday so I can talk about them on Tuesday. I need to see what can these teams do on Sunday. Who's going to play smash mouth football on Sunday? Who's going to be able to control the game speed on Sunday? Who can go up there and put up or shut up on Sunday? Because when it comes down to the nitty-gritty of everything that's going on Sunday, these are 2 important games. Games that you're never going to ever see in a lifetime again. Now, let me tell you that again. You're never going to see these games in a lifetime unless it comes again next year. And I'll be sitting in this chair again next year talking about it. Because of next season, we're going to be sitting up here talking about 2 new teams. And potentially one of these teams will not be the New England Patriots if Tom Brady gets 6. We'll be talking about the Kansas City Chiefs coming back next year, AFC Championship game. And remember I said that. We're going to talk about another young Thundercat team making it in there. We could possibly be talking about the LA Rams coming out the NFC championship game. Now, that's the battle of youth coming about. Because we could be talking about two different teams next year. Any given Sunday, next year could be somebody's year. Next year, Tom Brady could slide out the middle of the pack or the lead in the pack and letting somebody else move right on there. This is a funny picture, y'all. Y'all might be laughing at me about this, though. Y'all might be saying I'm crazy about this, though. But what I'm telling you guys is there's a potential chance that next year, if these David versus Goliath teams come together right now and David wins, oh, we're going to be talking about a Super Bowl of a lifetime. We're going to talk about a Super Bowl that everybody really wanted to see, but also did not want to see. Because a lot of people are going to say, what if the Saints played the Patriots in the Super Bowl? Or we're going to be asking at the end of this season again, too. What if we saw a Kansas City game versus the LA Rams? We're going to be talking about this next year. We're going to be talking about this at the Super Bowl. Matter of fact, we're going to be talking about this after this week. It's over with. After Sunday is over with, after all the smoke is cleared, after all the fire and brimstones is cleared, we're going to be talking about this. This theory of what if these two teams went up against each other in the Super Bowl. Or what if it was Kansas City that came out of the way and playing the New Orleans Saints in a Super Bowl? What if we flip-flopped it a little bit? Young versus old Super Bowl. But we've already seen that storyline before. We have already kind of seen the passing of the torch before. I want to see it live on stage. I want to see this grand finale stage that's going to come about. I really want to see that. Because if you look at this, these games right here, the importance of these games can change the Super Bowl for good. Because we're not going to talk about history of who didn't make it. We're going to talk about the history of who is going to make it. That's what we're going to be talking about here, people. That's what we're going to be talking about in future sports later on down the road. This is not what you're talking about on the stage right now. You're talking about what happened in the past. You're talking about what's going on later on down the road. Nah, we're talking about what's going on right now. We're going to talk about what's going on right now. And what the future may pretell after this week is over. After all the smoke clears, we're going to be talking about what's happening right now. Because the effect of the Super Bowl depends on it. The effect of how many people are going to really tune in to this year's Super Bowl is at its peak right now. We need to see who's going to come out victorious this week. Depending on the viewership of this Super Bowl and the importance of this Super Bowl, can it change the NFL in a lifetime? How much money can the Super Bowl really bring in if these two teams go at each other? Y'all might not be understanding what I'm saying here, people. I don't think y'all understand it because I don't see them like buttons hitting up. I don't see the love coming in because I don't think people are really understanding the dynamics of what I'm trying to say here. I don't think y'all really understand that. So let me break this down to y'all. Super Bowl 50 was okay. It was spectacular. It was great. It was good. It was feeling good for everybody. I understand that. It hit everybody's soul. 51 was okay too. But we talking about 52? 52 last year? Had his spectacle moments, had his okay Philadelphia rematch of the Patriots. Different teams, different styles, everything, blah, 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 whatever. Philadelphia wins this time. Yeah, I would like to see a third time, Philly versus New England. I would love to see a third time, man. And see the winner of this battle go at it again. You will never get another Tom Brady. You will never see another Drew Brees. You will see images of them, but you're never going to get that mindset coming forward that they have. You will never see that killer instinct that they have. You will see glimpses of it. You will see everybody see the glimpses of it. You will never get another Peyton Manning back. The killer instinct of winning football games. You'll see glimpses. The mindset that these two gentlemen have about football is incredible. It will blow your minds of what they know about football. I'm not disrespecting the young generation that's coming up in football. No disrespect intended to them. But what I'm saying here is you got two good quarterbacks here that are great at 2-minute comebacks, that can bring their teams back within 2 minutes with just holding the ball. 2 minutes is a lifetime to them. It's a lifetime. It's a long time down the road. That's why everybody keeps saying in commentary, you don't want to give them too much time on the clock. Did we leave too much time on the clock for them to mount a comeback? Did we leave this much time on the clock for them to do this? Did we leave that much time on the clock for them to try to do something downfield? Because you never know. Brady eats up defenses. He can read the defense before you even put the defense on the field. Let me say that again. Tom Brady is one of them guys that can read the defense before you even put it in front of him. Just by the packages that you're putting in the game. This man right here is a criminal genius when it comes down to it. Bill Belichick is a criminal genius of a mindset. Sean Payton, Drew Brees looks at the defense and say, okay, look, I want to change this play. I want to change that. You go here, and it works. We're talking about a man that nobody thought can make it in the NFL that got traded from the Chargers. Traded from the Chargers to the Saints. I'm picking experience over youth. Youth over experience. Let me flip that one. Let me flip your question here a little bit. I'm gonna take your question here. Let me flip that a little bit. What comes behind that? I should say. Being a backup quarterback from a great quarterback standpoint, from like if you get quarterback experience from Tom Brady and you're getting the knowledge from him, the youth can pick up on that. The youth can pick up on the game experiences, look back over film work, look back over his footwork, or whatever his film, all his work, and can grasp knowledge from that. A lot of quarterbacks like to play their unique style of play. But what really works is why these quarterbacks are getting back to the Super Bowl. Youth can bring some ignorance. Youth can bring some intelligence. Youth can bring a lot of growth in your team and your organization. Youth can bring a lot of things. Some experienced quarterbacks can bring arrogance too. A lot of experienced quarterbacks can tell you, hey, look, man, I got a better thing. But that youth person can see something, and the timing is always good for them, if that makes sense. The experience, okay. When you get old, that vision starts to go a little bit slower. As you're getting young, as the young quarterbacks would see, you can read that timing. Boom, 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 boom. Sometimes you, as a youth quarterback, as a young quarterback, you can read the pocket too quickly, and that cornerback you can read that too quickly of a read, and that young cornerback, that young corner that's out there can pick it up on it and say, boom, okay, I got that. Whereas the old quarterback, they got some experience to them, can be like, oh, well, I see that he's going to try to pick him off right here. He's going to try to pick me off right here. Let me throw it a little bit further. Let me get that out there just a little bit further. And it might just work. If that kind of answers the question a little bit. No, I know I picked around it a little bit. I kind of nailed it. I kind of digested it a little bit too quickly, though. But that's a good question, though. Sometimes we got to see what can be about it. Sometimes we got to go at it and we got to see what is out there. And like I said, this young generation of quarterbacks, it might be their time next year. It might be their time this year. Yeah, fewer surprises. I give you that one. Fewer surprises with them, but they like to stick. Some quarterbacks like they're older. Like I give you an example. Tom Brady likes to stick to a certain situation of football. He likes to stick to that one thing possibly and not try to change it because it works better for him. Whereas a young quarterback that's probably 21, 24 years old might come in the pocket and might say, well, hey, wait a minute. Let's try to change some dynamics a little bit. Let's try to, let's work on this better. Let's work on that better. Let's see how this works. Like, I give you a prime example, everybody. Let's say I got an organization, I got a business going. I got so many old heads coming in here thinking that their old ways kind of work. And the old way really ain't working. I bring a younger man involved in the situation. He got very much ideas. He got a lot of ideas on his brain that's starting to work. They're starting to spread the organization very, very well. It's starting to go a way that the company's supposed to go. It's supposed to growth. And that's like in Congress right now. Young people coming into Congress with bright ideas, more things to spread around America that America really needs. If that makes sense. That's just like a quarterback. He's the head of the realm. He's the head of the team. Everything falls on the quarterback, regardless of if it's offense or defense. Everything falls on the quarterback because the quarterback has to go out there and make the adjustments, make out the ideas, to make the plan, make the formulas, make everything work on that field. Once you get to play, you got to come out there and give the formula and make it work. You got to digest it, make it work. See what you're doing wrong. Go out there and make it work. Okay, Mr. Okay, Mr. Old. I agree with that too. Sometimes old can make you fool too. Yes, I'm not discrediting younger people. I'm not discrediting that. Younger people come with bright ideas too as well. They come with so many bright ideas. They do. Sometimes some old things work. Some old systems do work, and they still work to this day. But you need that youth to come out there and make it better. Sometimes you need that. Now, if I had to pick in these games who I think was going to win, I couldn't tell you. I have no idea of who to pick in these games this Sunday. If I had to answer for you guys, I would have to say, for right now, from my standpoint, I'm going to have to say Kansas City is going to lose against New England. It's going to be a very low-scoring game. 21, maybe 14, low-score game. Pretty decent kind of a game. If I had to say New Orleans versus the Rams, I think if I had to say it for a minute, I'm going to think New Orleans can pull out a 3-point victory. They almost lost to the Philadelphia Eagles last week. So if I'm thinking now this week, I'm thinking New Orleans could pull off a victory by 3 points this week against the Rams. That's what I'm taking. That's what I'm taking. Those are the two teams I'm going to take. But like I said, I don't want to pick these games. I don't want to pick them. But I have to, though, because it's the sports show. It's the show ratings. And all y'all depend. And y'all, I want to see what y'all mindset is, too, as well, though. But if I had to take two teams to go out there, I'm going to pick New Orleans and New England. I want to see the battle of retirement game come about, and that's what I want to see. Y'all might want to see Kansas City and the LA Rams go out there and play football in Super Bowl 53. By all means, that's what it is. But like I said, that's about two teams that I'm going to take. Now, moving forward, we're going to move forward here a little bit. Super Bowl 53 will have its national anthem being played by none other than the ultimate, the greatest, Gladys Knight. Gladys Knight will be in Super Bowl 53 doing the national anthem. Here's some of her comments that she has made about doing the Super Bowl national anthem. I understand, and these are towards Mr. Colin Kaepernick, and everybody stands for, the stance and the stand and the kneeling about the national anthem. Y'all already know about that scenario. If you don't know, please look into that before you give your judgment and opinion on this statement. This is from Gladys Knight herself. This is verbatim. I understand that Mr. Kaepernick is protesting two things, and they are police violence and injustice. It is unfortunate that our national anthem has been dragged into this debate when distinctive senses of the national anthem and fighting for justice should each stand alone. Knight said that Friday, which is today. I am here today and on Sunday, February 3rd, to give the anthem back its voice, to stand for the historic choice of words, the way it unites us when we hear it, and to free it from the same prejudice and struggles. I have fought long and hard for all my life, from walking back hallways, from marching with our social leaders, from using my voice for good. I have been in the forefront of this battle longer, and most of those voicing their opinions to win the right to sing our country's anthem on a stage as large as Super Bowl 53. No matter who chooses to deflect with this narrative and continue to mix these two in the same message, it is not so and cannot be made so by anyone speaking it. The 74-year-old Knight said, I pray that this national anthem will bring us all together in a way never before witnessed, and we can move forward and untangle these truths, which means so much to all of us. That was from Gladys Knight herself. That's what she's saying. She wants to bring this Super Bowl back. Like I said, this stage right here, it means so much to a lot of people. So much. A lot of people have been denying doing the Super Bowl because of this reason, because of Colin Kaepernick. And it stands on social injustice and the way the NFL has played on this, and the reason why he has not been back in the NFL and has not been on a single team yet in the past 2 years. And nobody's going to get him. Even the Washington Redskins didn't even go pick him up. That's the sad part about this. That is very, very sad. That a team that needed a quarterback didn't even go get him. You need a quarterback, but you don't go get the man that you need. That's very, very sad. And that's depressing. But nonetheless, Gladys Knight is here to change the Super Bowl 53. She wants to bring it back. She wants to unite everybody on the same front. And I pray that nobody takes a knee during this Super Bowl national anthem. Now, for all the people that is out there talking about black versus white or this, that, and the third, I think this national anthem that she's going to do is going to be positive. It's going to be great. It should bring everybody back together, just like 9/11 did. Bring all of us together and unite us as one. We are one nation that is fighting to unite itself back together. We need to bring that back to America. And I think on the largest stage that America can give us, Super Bowl 53, or any Super Bowl in its entirety, can bring us all together for one chance, one night. We can all unite for one night, and let's see how this goes. And just by saying one night, Gladys Knight can do it all. She's 74 years old. She's ready to take the Super Bowl. and let's move forward with it, baby. Let's see how it goes. Let's see how it plays out. Now, so that we all moving forward again now, everybody, we're going to move forward from that topic from the NFL a little bit. We're going to see, no, not move forward from the NFL. Kyler Murray, which we all know has declared for the NFL Combine and declaring that he wants to be in an NFL draft. All right. How do we say this? How do we go about doing this? Teams that need quarterbacks. Teams that can trade out quarterbacks and get rid of old quarterbacks and get new quarterbacks. Now, I've heard a lot of rumors that he can go towards New England, the Giants, the Oakland Raiders, and he might be a scheme fit for the Washington Redskins as well. Now, out of all these teams that I've just announced to everybody, I think that his best possible fit will be in the NFC East. And I don't think that, and I have to agree with some of the analysts that are out there that says that Oakland would not be a good fit for him. John Gruden would not be a good fit for him being where he is and what he does. His old school mindset that he has. Now, I would have to say that at least in the Giants organization, he has weapons. He has threats that he can go out there and utilize for his quarterback uniqueness that he has. Very versatile quarterback, very mobile quarterback. And with a Saquon Barkley and a Kyler Murray together and an Odell Beckham Jr. going out there playing ball together, that sounds like a very good combination. Now, here goes back to the youth versus old conversation. If Kyler Murray was to go to the New England Patriots, and let's say, for instance, that I'm not speaking this into existence, I'm not speaking it out there like that, though, but let's put it out there that he goes under Tom Brady. Tom Brady loses the Super Bowl, comes back for another season, and Kyler Murray's on their team. So much impact, so much knowledge can come off of him. Look at Jimmy Garoppolo. Played with Brady for one season. Got traded to San Francisco and has moved great waves. His name has been talked about around the league. And he's on the San Francisco 49ers. He's taking his team big thing. He's doing big things with this team. And I really see him doing major things with this team going forward. One season. Just one season. Not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5. Just one season. I can really see this relationship actually really working with Kyler Murray. Somebody has uniqueness, a versatile style that can throw out the pocket, that can move out the pocket, that can throw the ball while running, who can run RPOs like it's nothing. I think I can use that on my team. Now, here's what Washington would have to do to get Kyler Murray on their team and would have to shape up on their team. 3 things. One being said that they need wide receivers. 2 being said that they need a front line, an offensive line that can guard, that can protect, and can stay healthy. Figure out what you're going to do at running back position. Because Adrian Peterson wants to come back to train with Darius Geis. We already know Chris Thompson is coming back regardless. But you need backups on top of backups. You need to figure out this quarterback situation, the quarterback scramble. If Kyler Murray was to come here, are you going to let him groom himself to the team? Or are you going to get rid of him? Or let him go in the draft? The choices are yours. I'm not saying that this guy, or you could get Dwayne Haskins, another good quarterback, mobile quarterback that could do a lot of different things. We're talking about 2 quarterbacks coming in the draft this year, people. 2 quarterbacks, 2 good quarterbacks in the draft this year. Washington needs to pick up one of them. Wide receiver bound, you need to go pick up a veteran wide receiver. You need one of the 2. You need an offensive line that can protect and block, and that's young. They might be young on that line now. You might have a young core now, 27, 30 years old, some 24, some 26, or whatever the case may be is. But their bodies are broken. Their bodies are hurt. Can this team turn it around next year with the same front line? We shall see. But you got to get some youth on that line. You got to get some people out there and get them day one reps with the first string offense, second string offense, whatever you got to do, so they know the snap count. You got to work in different quarterbacks. You never know what scenario can happen. I understand the reps that come into play. I do understand that. Reps do come into play. But you got to get this team together for any quarterback to come in there and play football. You can't just hear one voice. You got to hear all three quarterback voices, both of the quarterback voices. Look, you hurt. You go in the game. White 80, whatever the snap count is that he's familiar with, that he's comfortable with, they got to be able to hear both of them. They got to know when he comes in the game, all right, he likes to go in this snap count right here. He likes to go to do this right here. Washington's Washington problems don't start on the field. It starts in the front office. I ain't even began. Please, I have not even begun in the front office just yet. Whew. The things I would say about that front office, it might not even be legal. Some of these things some of the things that they're doing in the front office right now is beyond me. That war room is beyond me. Because if Washington doesn't trade up, or trade down, or at least trade up in this draft, or keep the same spot, you better be lucky that if a quarterback is still there. You better hope and pray that there's a quarterback still there in this war room. Because this war room is beyond me. It hasn't even begun to dissect problems on this offensive core, this defensive core. You're bringing back two coaches, from what I can already tell. You brought back Greg Minuski. And you're bringing back Jay Gruden. That's all we know. You try to bring in Greg Williams because I guess you're going to potentially get rid of Greg Minuski. That didn't work out. Then you got younger coaches in here. No one knows who to talk about. Personnel. Do you question Bruce, Doug, Snyder, or Snyder? I question Doug Williams. I mainly question Doug Williams because he's the vice president he's the senior vice president of player operations. I don't want to even go to Bruce Allen for anything. Scott McLaughlin was the person that had everybody in drafting. And everything is a guessing game for right now for Washington. Because you got people down there guessing about their jobs right now. A lot of people are taking other jobs elsewhere, job offers elsewhere, because they don't even know their job is going to be safe here in Washington. It starts with the internal core of the front office, as you said. It does. Can you get these coaches on the same path? What does that mean? Every successful team has a GM except Washington. Because Daniel Snyder wants to have his finger in everything. He's just like another Jerry Jones. You got to have your finger in everything because you want to eat that same plate too. And sometimes you got to leave that plate alone and let the GM run the team that's smart. Every team that I've seen come out here has GM that is smart, that knows what he's doing, that has a good handle of teams. Their football knowledge is good. Maybe Doug Williams, just because he was a coach, he's a quarterback for the team, got you a Super Bowl, doesn't always mean he knows what the hell he's doing. Now, he did do good with Darius Geis. I give him credit for that, bringing Darius Geis on the team last year. He got hurt. We can't really tell you what he can really do, but that was a good look. You brought Adrian Peterson here. Great look for the team. But you didn't get wide receivers. And you couldn't really keep the man that you needed healthy, Alex Smith. We have people who with made up titles. When was the last time you saw an interview with Bruce Allen? There go your question. When have I ever seen the last interview with Daniel Snyder? These are questions these are questions that Washington fans are asking today. Because y'all are so worried about moving this team from out of Maryland that you have not moved this team in the right direction just yet. Now, I told you guys on a show previously that the talks about us moving towards Washington, D.C. again, moving back to RFK Stadium again. The slope is still going up, but we haven't heard anything about it yet. Haven't heard anything about it yet. No breaking news about it. No, nothing about it. Just yet. But it can move us in the right direction, or can it move us? RFK Stadium was where this team had a lot of success at. This team can still have a lot of success at FedEx Field, but you gotta want to be there. You gotta want to bring a team here. You gotta want the players to be here. The coaches want to be here. There you go. The fifth day of the company, and it's not just due to the players on the field. It's due to just one thing, the name. Washington Redskins, the Redskins name. I've heard a lot of different things about just this one title, but like I said, though, in Washington, just forget about the name being changed. It has a lot of history, but you're not bringing the team anything because you keep having losing seasons. With the amount of losing seasons that we're having in Washington, hell, I would want the name to be changed too because you're not bringing it no justice. You can't justify it anymore because you got 3 championships. Can't really justify anything else no more. Only thing we could justify is that we had 3 Super Bowls and we have a losing season. We have no GM. We have an owner that has no clue what the hell he's doing. We have a, whatever the hell he is, Bruce Allen, whatever he is, president or whatever he does, because I haven't heard from him lately. Only time I heard from him was when he fired Scott McLaughlin. That's the last time I heard from him. That was a year ago. We don't know nothing about him. Said he had a drinking problem. That's all we heard. And that they were going to do something to splash in this draft for this year. That's all I heard. You can't tell me anything else about this team. I don't know. My point, you don't even know what he does. Exactly. What deals do you make? What things do you do? Everybody was sitting up here talking about fire Jay Gruden, get rid of Jay Gruden. I seen a lot of press conferences that he had. Fire Jay Gruden, fire Jay Gruden, fire Bruce Allen, get rid of Daniel Snyder. You can't get rid of the owner unless the owner get bought out. You can't get rid of somebody that doesn't want to be here. There was a lot of talks about, hell, Bruce Allen was getting fired at the end of the season, or he's leaving. Then I hear talks about Bruce Allen's coming back and then moving up in more management position for the team. The team is taking a curveball. Doc Walker calls him the president of picnics and pants. I call it the president of stupidity. I call him the president of dumbness. But that's not even words. Stupidity. Stupidity alone can't get you that far. Because everybody knows that you're dumb. I wouldn't say dumb because you're smart. Of course, you got the position that you got. But you know nothing about this team or what's good for this team. This team is not moving forward. This team is going downward. Show us some change in this draft, and then maybe we can talk about something. Show us a change that you're ready to move in a step in the right direction. I hear all the time about the fight in this team. The fight. This team has a lot of fight to them. Where? I don't see people on the sidelines yelling at other players no more. Only time is here. You hear his name is on what uniform colors the team will wear on Sundays. That's it? Really? I didn't even hear about that. Because I don't really care about it. I want to hear about roster movements. I want to hear about a young quarterback coming in here. I want to hear about what are you going to do about RG3 being in free agency. Joe Flacco in free agency. One old quarterback that you don't need. But you got RG3, a potential chance to start him back over again in Washington. A potential chance to get him back on track. He's gotten his head together a little bit, though. Set out for a whole season again. Once again, set out a whole season. Nobody needed him. Nobody utilized him. Another season wasted. What are you going to do? Will Baltimore retain him, or would you go get him back? Bring him back to Washington and see what he does. Get a young quarterback and try him out. Everybody's getting younger, not older. Old doesn't work for this team. Young works for this team. We've seen it in Kirk Cousins. We've seen splashes of Kirk Cousins showing his younger things that he can do for this team. But I have not seen on this team any splashes of old. If you're trying to write your career, the last place you want to come is Washington. No, I think the last place, if you want to write your career, I think the last place you want to write it is in Cleveland. But if I had to give my title towards anybody, the most improved team this year, that got the job done this year, that got fan bases looking at them again, people talking about them again, is the Cleveland Browns. For right now, Washington is the worst place in America right now. And you're absolutely right. Washington is the worst place to come. Unless they take a step in the right direction, go get the receivers that they need. But the Cleveland Browns are moving. The Cleveland Browns are waking up. And potentially will be in the playoffs next year. And remember, I said it on the show right now. Baker Mayfield can take this team to the playoffs next year. Exactly. That's all you needed to hear. That's all you need to say. The Cleveland finished and have a game ahead of the Dallas Cowboys. I'm looking at this next season. Baker Mayfield, Cleveland Browns, playoffs. After being in a drought for so long. This team came back from 0-16 twice. Twice. To the record they had this year. 7-8-1. 7-8-1. Let me say that again. 7-8-1. Come on now, people. The Washington Redskins. You guys got to look at this. We got to look at this. So that's it, everybody. We got to see. Can this team make splashes? Can this team do something about this year? Oh, yeah, of Washington. I'm sorry, everybody. Of Washington. But the Washington Redskins, they finished the game in half. So, what does that tell you about the Washington Redskins for now? Can y'all move forward? Can y'all do something else? Can y'all move up? Can we get past the Cleveland Browns? Because I believe if the Washington Redskins ever played the Cleveland Browns again, I think that's going to be a loss. But we'll figure it out on next week's show, everybody. Y'all been a great crowd tonight. And I'm about to wrap up this show tonight, everybody. I thank y'all for watching the show tonight. I thank y'all for being here tonight and joining me on this late night show for right now, this 9:30 to 10:36 show tonight, everybody. Big praises to everybody that watched the show. Thank you, Mr. William Owens, for giving me some feedback tonight. Thank you for everybody that watched the show tonight. Thank you for all doing what y'all supposed to do. Big news before I leave the show. Before I let the show go, thank you. I like all the likes. Thank y'all. This show, tonight's show, will be the first show that'll be aired on YouTube. It's going to be live on YouTube, everybody. It's not live now, but we're going to be shooting season 8 live on YouTube. Coming forward, season 8 will be on YouTube. Yeah. Didn't get to watch the whole show. You always come late, man. You're always coming late, man. But it's okay, though. This show will be on our page and on YouTube, everybody. I hope everybody got the link for the YouTube page. And thank you, Mr. Williams, for subscribing. Everybody needs to subscribe to YouTube, please. Subscribe to our YouTube page, everybody. Please subscribe to the YouTube page. It's coming. It's getting built up right now. This year, next season, season 8, after All-Star Weekend, we'll be shooting season 8 live on YouTube and on Facebook Live, everybody. I understand, Mr. Reggie. I do understand. Thank you so much, though, for even tuning in to tonight's show. But, like I said, everybody, we're moving up. We're moving up in the world. We're coming up in the world. Different things is coming for season 8. Everything's going to be different in season 8. Y'all going to see a brand new thing for season 8. It's going to come at y'all bigger and better than season 6. Well, I'm sorry. Not season 8. It's season 7. Season 7 is going to come at y'all bigger, liver, and better for season 7, everybody. I'm trying to tell y'all season 7 is going to be better than season 6 was. And you're going to possibly, hopefully, I'm not even going to spread all the other good news about it because I'm going to keep that a secret. Y'all will still see my lovely face up here, though, on the camera, though. So let y'all know that right now. Y'all will still see my face up here. But thank y'all for watching the show tonight. It's been a blessing. This show's been good. This show's been great to me. Thank you all for watching. I'm your host, Mark, a.k.a. The Vet. Stay tuned for next week's show, Tuesday night. Hopefully, we can get a Tuesday night show at 9 o'clock. Stay tuned for that, y'all. And I'm out. Good luck on watching the playoff games this weekend. Sunday, Tuesday night, y'all. Remember that. And I'm out.
And if you ain't have a clue, well, then now you know right here is where they discuss the hottest topics. If you think this show ain't the best, then you better stop it from MLB fronts to NFL.
Oh, yeah, and also sharing is caring. So share this video, y'all. Sharing is caring and caring is sharing. Thank you, Mr. Williams. Share the show, y'all. Love y'all. See y'all later.